Why is it that in so many platforming games, bosses seem to go down in 3 hits? Think about it. Even as early as the Super Mario Bros. Games on the NES, bosses' greatest weaknesses have been 3 well-placed bonks to the head or obvious glowing weak point. And all these years later, Astro Bot follows the same principle. But why 3? Why not 2? Or 5? Well, there's actually a reason why landing those 3 hits always feels so comforting and satisfying. It's called the Rule of 3. The Rule of 3 is a principle that shows up in writing, communication, and even psychology. And at its core is the idea that things presented in threes are more satisfying, effective, and memorable. See what I did there? So today, let's explore why 3 is indeed the magic number by exploring what Astro Bot can teach us about applying the Rule of 3. This is What I Learned Playing Astro Bot. So to answer my earlier question, why 3? Well, it comes down to how our brains work. We're wired to seek out patterns, and our working memory can comfortably hold around 2 to 4 items at once, and 3 sits right in that sweet spot. It's complex enough to feel like a complete pattern, but simple enough to stick. 3 is also the smallest complete pattern that gives ideas a natural rhythm and sense of completeness. Think of things like stop, drop, and roll, snap, crackle, and pop, like, share, and subscribe. You remember them because they come in 3s. Just imagine trying to recall the Rice Krispies mascots if they were snap, crackle, pop, zip, bop, and sizzle. It just gets messy. But having things in 3s just feels good. And that same satisfaction shows up in all of Astro Bot's boss battles. While the old school 3 bonks to the head formula may feel a little dated, Astro Bot still embraces the Rule of 3, just in a smarter way. Each boss fight is split into 3 distinct phases, with clear transitions that mark your progress. So while Astro Bot isn't winning after 3 individual hits, the boss battles still let your brain mentally check off the 3 milestones, making the whole fight feel structured and more rewarding, and helping you keep track of your progress. The boss battles are actually littered with more 3s than you probably notice. Take the fight against the game's first boss, the mighty Chewie. He opens the battle by tossing 3 steel girders at you, and as you run across them, there are 3 boxes stacked in a pyramid, and when you finally reach him, Astro Bot gets 2 hearts, meaning he can take 3 hits. 3s are everywhere, and your brain just eats it up. And once it identifies those patterns of 3, deviating from them can cause us some discomfort, which is why some of Astro Bot's bosses use that to their advantage. Naturally, Chewie also falls into the 3-phase boss structure. In his 3rd phase, he starts chomping on the building and creates 3 shockwaves for you to avoid, which are simple enough to dodge. But after blending some of his teeth like ice cubes with a well-placed spin, he starts to take things personally. So the next time he chomps on the building, he starts with his initial 3 shockwaves, but then he adds 2 additional quick shockwaves to catch you off guard. Your brain already recognized the pattern of 3, so you're not anticipating anymore, but the game intentionally abuses that knowledge to throw you off and do some damage. So just know that if you choose to deviate from the Rule of 3, it may end up throwing people off more than you think. So what can you take away from all of this? Well, the Rule of 3 isn't just a game design quirk. It's a powerful principle that taps into how we think, remember, and make sense of the world. Astro Bot uses it to guide players through satisfying and structured boss battles, but you can use it too. Whether you're giving a presentation, telling a story, or just trying to organize your day, grouping things into 3 makes them clearer, more memorable, and more impactful. So the next time you're trying to make something stick, think in 3s. Because at the end of the day, 3 is the magic number our brains are wired to love. And that's it. What other games have you seen use the Rule of 3? Let me know down in the comments. If you liked what you saw today, I'd love for you to subscribe and come back for the next one. Until then, see you around.